Introducing DuroVac's Elevator Series, the EL. Here are some of the key features that come with the EL and some of its options and configurations. What comes across the board for the elevator that comes in various horsepowers? EL 20, 25, 30, and 40. We're limited to these horsepowers simply because we're going to want to keep everything on this very neat and compact real estate here and not go overboard and unbalance the filtration that comes right afterwards. Let's talk about some of the common features we find on the Elevator Series. You'll have, once again, this slick design that came a dozen years ago in 2013, where our founder Kevin Weaver designed the elevator mechanism. This is a vacuum system that allows it to be moved around in its compact position, but once it gets to location, it gets plopped up and allows for all types of discharge containers. It could be an open hopper, it could be a barrel, or it could even be a secondary process underneath. You've got some room down there. Okay, so that's its key feature, its key differentiator in our product line. What else are some key features that comes with the elevator? Just like in the Powerlift series, you've got this tall silo fill abrasion-resistant inlet. Once again, material comes in, packs up the inside, wears on itself. You don't have a wear part. That's a fantastic design. Second, material gets now separated in a DuroVac cartridge filter separator. Out of the box, always using cartridge filters and our world-renowned PulseJet system using compressed air, because it's very hard to shake bag filters up there. But don't worry, DuroVac has thought it out for you. If you do need an application where you need filter bags, we have an e-shaker mechanism that is an electromechanical method of shaking bags if that's what your application requires. But out of the box, we're starting off with cartridges. Then, one of the key features is our PD blower system. This is a lobe type, material conveyance type vacuum producer. What it means is that it does more work as you give it more work. How is that different from some of the vacuum system technologies out there? It does a lot more work than a centrifugal blower. It does a lot more work than a backward inclined or radial type fan. It does a lot more work than some of our regen side channel type blowers. These are, again, material conveyance type of vacuum producers. It does more work as you give it more work. Now we're entering into the realm of not common features, but options and configurations. As you can tell, this big hulking elevator has a lot of capacities. So let's just review them together. You've got combustible dust, no problem, but even with an added feature. In the Powerlift series, we're concerned for materials up to KST 260 bar meter seconds. Elevators, no limits for combustible material, okay? So your vacuum system is now limitless in its capacity to be NFPA compliant. Amazing. You've got toxic materials, no problem. We can pop open the inline filter, toss in a HEPA filter. I have myself even witnessed us putting in ULPA filters. So HEPA, 99.97% efficient down to 0.3 microns. ULPA, 99.9997% at 0.15 microns. So you've got toxic materials that can endanger your human operators. We've got many methods to keep it aside. Namely, the elevator gets elevated where materials can discharge into either a super sack or some sort of a containment device that keeps your human operators out of harm's way. So this is a really cool technology for toxic material. If you've got corrosive material, no problem. We just sold one, someone's out there, a completely made out of stainless steel elevator. We've got an entire upgrade package that will upgrade nuts and bolts, controls, instruments, materials of construction, even up to the control panel that can be NEMA 4X rated. Fantastic. And lastly, you're in an explosive environment, no problem. We can specify this system and put an upgrade package to upgrade it to Class 2 Div 1 or even Class 1 Div 1 for explosive vapors and solvents and gases. So that's perfect for oil and gas, perfect for chemical plants, where we can drive up many of the upgrade packages and team you up with our engineering team to make sure that this is properly specified. Let's do a quick wrap up about the Elevator Series. What really stands out? This was designed about a dozen years ago because our Powerlift series, our staple product, material was being contained in a hopper, and that was not exactly what the customers wanted. So to meet our brand promise, we went out and we set out to design this amazing design where the machine gets transported in a compact fashion and gets elevated into position when it's ready to roll. All right, so it's elevated capacity that makes it really stand out. Accessories. As you can tell from this design, this is looking more and more like a conventional industrial vacuum system. A lot of times, this vacuum system will be connected to a tubing or a piping network. Ask our team and they'll tell you the difference between tubing and piping. And obviously, the entire DuroVac catalog of very cool accessories, hoses and tools can be all interconnected to this vacuum system to make your vacuum user experience perfect. So don't wait, call one of your DuroVac reps and let's get connected and start talking about your application. One more option and configuration that is different than the Powerlift series is its discharging methods. Anything that comes into the vacuum system must come out, or else at some point it will jam up. So we've got rotary airlock valves that are rated for medium vacuum, up to 20 inches of mercury. We've got double flap, high density, high abrasion resistance type of valves. We've got bladder valves. We've got gravity valves. We've got butterfly valves. We've got double slide gate valves. Call your DuroVac rep as soon as possible to discuss your application, and our team of experts will help you select the right discharge valve for your application.